come blow your horn. Folks, you got a headline. Senator Kerr, The Tonight Show. Headline. I like this one. Norton Healthcare offers help for women with blabber control problems. This is kind of interesting. What paper is this? There you go. I want you to follow these three things here. Okay. Look at the top. Fire strikes Weaver Egg Farm. Then go down the picture. There's a hen escaping the Furno. No, and then go over to the side, right over there. Barbecue chicken dinner October 1st. So, making egg. Apparently, drugs more and more prominent, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Daily Citizen serving Northwest Georgia for 153 years. Southeast Petaway is player of the weed, ladies and gentlemen, player of the weed. I have a bone to pick with our Bureau of Engraving. Engraver Kenneth Kipperman. He did the new Alexander Hamilton. Look, I took some artistic liberties, including a chin reduction. I didn't want Hamilton to look like Jay Leno. Last time I used one of those $10 bills. This is so stupid. Here's the Glencoe Post Office Bakery has multiple uses. There's the Glencoe Post Office Bakery. Here you see it. Those muffins look delicious, don't they? I'll set them right here on this toilet. What are they thinking here? This is so stupid. Set of 4 mirrors, and how much are they? $7 a month, $79. And look at the 4th mirror. There's 4 mirrors you can buy. Now look, the 4th mirror is broken. Michael Douglas says I always pick on him. All right. Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones each have a birthday today. Zeta-Jones, 31. Douglas, 108. All men's and Mrs. Ryder's jeans are short. You get the all-meat beef or garlic. I like some of those beef shorts if you got them. Debt management. Are you in debt? We can get you out of debt within 7 years. And look, we'll give you a free trip to Las Vegas. Boy, here's the stupidest ad. Jerry Stevens Firestone Tire Center invites you to enjoy our tire blowout. Might not want to be a vegetarian after this. Look, get some skankless ham.
Ew. Ew.
Hello, mate. Have some Australian navel oranges. That is there. Now, this is the stupidest thing. It's party poppers, 4,000 noisy poppers in each box. Perfect for your party. It's just bubble wrap. Look. Look, you hand those out to your guests. I got a new computer, okay? And I looked at the directions in my computer. Look what part 2. Look, I have a spell checker. You know, I'm a bad speller, but I mean, at least try, you know? Look at this. For academic excellence and one of Tomo's leaders. There's Christina Cibriaro follows her tee shot down the fairway. Really? What is that on her tee? Really? Oh, I like this one here. Here's Mood Lipstick. Reacts to you with there's before, and look, apparently the lipstick gives you herpes. There's before. There you go. Fabulous. It's herpes lipstick. Here's Deja Vu. Here's Miss Nude World Entertainer, 91, 92, and 90s Miss Nude World. And look at the special offer. Kids 12 and under get in free. It's to meet Miss, hey, I would have loved that when I was 12. Shut up. I don't even understand this. Live life well. Stop smoking. Do monthly self-exams. Breast exams for women, prostate exams for men. Really, guys, you want to do your own prostate exam? Is that... Kev, I know you do that, but gee, I didn't.
Why are you going to dog me, man?
Okay, explain this to me. This is so... I got to cross out the... This is a real ad. Skull of Christ. The actual skull of our Savior, passed down for many generations in my family. Radiocarbon dating from 0 AD. Remarkably good condition. Oh, some teeth missing. Hairline fracture on right cheekbone. Serious offers only. What is that? What is that? How creepy is that? What is this? Look at this ad. Help me find my pajama bottoms. Green plaid saying ring ad across the bum. Last seen in a back alley between Garrett and Wilson. What's that? What is that? What is that? Come on, let's see what we got here. Oh, this is bizarre. Sometimes it's a little, there you go. Brad Pitt centerfold, Playboy, Playgirl, August 97, hardly touched. You know, being a cop is not an easy job. Policeman bitten by trouser snake. I don't even want to know what that is. All right, one last one. If there's one thing stupid teenage boys like to do, it's give fake names. Now, these kids, watching the girls go by, the men are identified as Pat McGroin and Bend Over. And we can't even say the rest of makes the best toast.
Heard about that, yeah, heard about that.
Here's something from the Greenwich Times. State police seek to increase visibility of unmarked cars. Let's play in black and white. We'll put lights on the top. Maybe write something like police on the side. Yes, here's your priorities. Murderer in big trouble for writing bad checks. Oh, now you've done it! Someone thought this was very humorous. Someone thought this was me talking to George Bush. Nothing funny about that at all. Pasquisi Homes and Gardens. I hope I said this one. Lake Forest, Illinois. Apparently, this guy drew a map in his ad to show you how to get to his place. Right there. There's the map. Hey, there's his place right there. It's easy enough to find. You get on the only road in the state, and then when you see the star, you stop. Here's prestigious projects. Look at this. Call the island's most experienced team of realtors. Our clients speak English, Spanish, French, Italian, and Canadian. I've always wanted to visit Canada. I'm just so unsure of the language. University. This university attracts students from over 50 states. You know, people have no idea. Look at his amateur boxing. Boxers from 5 states. Indiana, Illinois is spelled wrong. Michigan, Ohio, and Lake Erie. People are so stupid. Why do you even answer this? Why do they encourage it? This is one of these TV Q&As. Look at the question. Are Bruce Dern and Bradford Dillman related? They have the same initials. Having the same initials is no indication of a relationship. These two are not related. Really? Do you really think? Really? Hey, we have the same initials. We must be cousins. Look at this thing called critter caps. These are caps you put on your kid's head. Okay, now... Now, it seemed to me, was it really necessary to decapitate the child for the ad? folks, there's a sucker born every minute. Here you go. Oceanfront property in Oklahoma. Here's Cutter, bug-free backyard. Apparently, look at this place is owned by the Invisible Man, apparently. I don't even understand this. It says Brentwood bans passing gas at City Park. Now look, go down to this. A special gas-passing section will be created adjacent to the existing smoking section to accommodate the needs of gas. Now, first of all, let's assume you have a problem. Is it smart to put the people passing gas in with the smoking people? I mean, isn't that an accident waiting to happen? Does it make any sense? There you go. Prison's last meal request. You know what the most common last request for a meal is? A steak, a T-bone steak. It said instead they got a plate of Salisbury steak. Look at the last paragraph. Occasionally, prison cooks prepare the Salisbury in the shape of a T-bone. That's cold. Here is the most disgusting one. It says irritable bowel syndrome. That's the name of this symposium, irritable bowel syndrome.
Right.
Okay, why not attend River Region's brown bag lunch? I'm going to miss this one. News American Marketing, an indoor demonstration of Charmin double-roll toilet paper. I think I'll skip the demonstration. Meet Cody the Buffalo. Cody has starred in such famous movies as Dance with Wolves and Radio Flyer. Come in and enjoy a delicious buffalo burger cooked up fresh. Apparently you can eat some of Cody's friends. Going out of business. Closing its doors. Huge discounts on mob gowns and dresses. The Tentacular ceremony was called off. 1 minute? One more. All right, we gotta find something good here. This is, you know, poor President Clinton, no matter what he does. Yeah, do you think they knew when they were writing this? Here you go. Ta-da. Folks, here's the headline. Now this here is the Wyoming Bighorn Basin phone book. Well, with all the people there are in Wyoming, why is this guy... Look at the sheep. Look at this guy. Hey, you're a pretty gal. Seems a little preoccupied. This is from the Johnson City Press. Hooker, still best known name among Democrats. This is interesting. You know, when you're a kid, you think different. You just think different. This is a story about Survivor. Remember Richard, the guy, the naked guy that won $1 million? Well, this was a story from a couple of months ago. I like this girl down there. It says, Chris Meade would have preferred Kelly to win instead of 39-year-old Rich. He's too old. He can't spend that money in his lifetime. Make your mouth water. The YSDI's annual dinner at the dump. And the nice thing is, it's all you can eat. Dinner at the dump. You just, when you finish eating, just leave it there. There's actor Keanu Reeves posed alongside his fellow actor Brooke Langton. Boy, they really look different without makeup, don't they, Cam? Sioux Valley News. Massage parlor to open. Mayor makes yearly appointment. Yeah. It's kind of open politics we need. Here's stupid criminals. Here, oh, from Fargo. Look at this guy. You know how your plates expire? You know, your license plates expire. You got to pay money, you get a new sticker. This guy didn't want to pay money. He got a new sticker. So you see, his plate expired in the 3rd month, so he just added a 1, so it expired on the 13th month. Luckily, some fast-acting detective work. The Fargo police right on that. See, he thought he could go to the 13th month. I like this one here. I guess this is a small town. And small towns are a little more modest. This is the Sky High News Daily Tribune. Rimmer states this guy was arrested. McBride was belligerent the whole way to jail, employing the words that sound like clucking grass mole several times to describe him. He called me something that sounds like a clucking grass mole. You are nothing but a clucking grass mole.
I don't think I can say that.
It's more trouble to go clucking. All right, that sounds like... Here you go. Incidents. This is a police blotter. These are actual things. At 3:11 p.m., a caller from the 200 block of Brevis reported that the neighbors had put up some black-type blinds so they can't see in. Here's the Chinese-American news. Now, I don't know anything about the Chinese wedding ceremonies.
Right.
I don't imagine they're much different than ours. It looks like a traditional gown, and the guy looks like he has a tuxedo of some sort on. Although, if this is a Chinese tradition, it's certainly one maybe we should employ in this country. What is going on here? And an hour later, I'm sure there's a gag there, but I'm not going to go there. Okay, write your own joke. Burritos at 6 a.m. followed by hot air. Now, admittedly, this is not my area. I don't know a whole lot about women's products. This is an ad for tampons. I don't know anything about tampons. I assume these don't look like they'd be the most comfortable. It says assorted varieties of tampons. It seems like it might be. Seems like that. Susan, is it cold in here? Is it me? It seems doesn't. Again, it's not my area.
Right.
I don't want to go there. Here's a tunneling scoop used for tunneling under foundations, walks, or prison walls. So if you got a friend in prison, an ideal gift. Really. Again, here's another woman thing I don't understand. Modern floral tankini. It's like a bikini, I guess. They call it a tankini. There it is there. Not the most attractive, but I like what it says. Look, it has 3 leg openings. Is there some new breed of woman out there? I haven't been on the dating scene for quite a while, so if there's some kind of 3-legged... Now, would that mean... Well, never mind. I'm not going to go there. Okay, Realtor Group awarded scholarships. There's Kristen Sinclair, 2nd from left, and Laura, 3rd from the right. Boy, they really are... You see, when they're advertising directly to women, look at this. Here's the new Whirlpool refrigerator. 21 cubic feet. It's the new Whirlpool Orgasma. Honey, would you shut the door? Honey, would you shut the refrigerator door? Okay, let's see. What's the best part of your summer? Fracturing my back has been the best part. Because I got to sit around and didn't have to do any work like mowing the lawn. Yeah. How about this guy? If you could study abroad, where would you go and why? Somewhere on the East Coast. Different atmosphere, different culture. Plus sizes, women's quality resale, sizes 14 to 26 plus, denim and lace, right next to the Dairy Queen complex. Here's Dr. Shaman Doctor. How many times did he hear, "Doctor, doctor, tell me the news"? Bad case of loving you. Here's a good time, folks. Bring the kids and poo in the park. Come on down, poo in the park. One more? All right, one more. Oh. I guess this is a fishing store. I guess this is the name of the place. Masturbate and tackle gets robbed. I love this one. How hard do you think this guy's going to work? Man accused of killing his lawyer gets a new attorney. Well, I hope you're better than that last guy. Here you go. This is it. It says hunter attacked by big bear. An unarmed bear attacked a hunter Thursday. You see, now this is the Second Amendment, the right to arm bears, ladies and gentlemen. This is what Charlton Heston has been talking about. The right to arm bears. How bright is this guy? If your boss went to Jamaica for a week, what would you do? Look at Neil. I'd sleep with his wife. You ever look under Chapter 11s, you know, businesses that have failed, gone bankrupt? Gee, I wonder why this one went bankrupt. It's called Poop and Golf. Bob, that's not what the hole is for, Bob. Honey, I don't think this is working out, this poop and golf thing. Yeah. Look at this. This guy's a plastic surgeon. He's got boobs for $99. Let me tell you something. They're pretty darn real looking for $99. Here you go. Here's our NBC affiliate News Center 1. It's the 5 o'clock news with Tim Brokaw, ladies and gentlemen. Tim Brokaw. You know Tim. Here you go. Here's the Raging Bull, now open for lunch. Family-oriented atmosphere. No exotic dances until after 4 p.m. So, all right, kids, time to leave. It's 10 to 4. Folks, I don't know. Maybe I have that. Maybe I just see something. I don't know. I don't think I have that kind of mind. But would you really want to pull the trigger on this squirt gun? Look at this thing here. I don't know. That seems to me a little creepy, going like. Feel like a pervert. Here you go. Look at that one. Explain this one to me. Shoes that impress. Sensual shoes. Really? Now, where are the shoes in this ad? Anybody see any shoes? I don't see any shoes. Oklahoma Community Day, sponsored by the Oklahoma Fire Department. 6 to 8, dinner dining, was that the barn dance? Look at 8 to 12, sex. 8 to 12, sex. Yeah. That's a nice break after square dancing. And earn a collage degree quickly. Apparently just a little too quickly. I like this. Here's a beautiful historic 4-bedroom home in the village of Clarkston, an extra large corner lot, newly decorated. Free 2-liter pop with purchase of home. Darryl, you buy this house right now, I'm going to throw in this bottle of soda. What do you think? Honey, we got to do it, honey. You're going to miss out. I don't know. You think they know this when they write these? How can they not know? How can you? I'm not even going to say this. You can read it for yourself. Here are some weddings and anniversaries. There's the horny 50th. There's the horny 50th. There's the Belcher Gross wedding. There's the more beer wedding. I like this guy. It's the poor sap wedding. This sounds like a fun one to attend. It's the bacon odor nuptials. I like these two. Look, they're keen and eager. Yes. Why is this guy getting married if men love Morris? No? There's the whole trainer wedding. This one's fun to say. For Christmas, it's Santa got a bigger staff. It's the long lay wedding. You know, you should see the ones we can't use. They're unbelievable. It's the Kramer Greaser nuptials. And finally, you don't want to miss this one. It's the Leaky Peters wedding, ladies and gentlemen, right there. All right, you ever had Neil Armstrong when he walked on the moon? Can you get a shot of that? Apparently, there's a fifth grader right there. Apparently, Neil Armstrong was a transvestite, ladies and gentlemen. This is first being revealed. What is that?
I don't know.
Apparently, it was a formal landing. Apparently, very formal. Here you go. I like this one. Traditional Latin Mass in English. Very traditional Latin Mass in English. I love school lunch menus. This is from Ohio, Carlton, Ohio. Friday, meatloaf, roasted red potatoes, broccoli, cauliflower casserole, 3-bean salad, and pink stuff. Pink stuff, whatever that is. I love these things, these annoying, stupid things, the business. Look what it says up in the corner. What does it say? Mailers of blank cards will be prosecuted. Look, it's not filled out. Ooh, I'm going to mail it. Ooh. You want a piece of me? Come get me. Ooh. Look, I'm putting my fingerprint right on it. I'm going to put it in the mailbox right now. Here you go. Here's a chance. You get these for a big saving. Congratulations to the Super Bowl Giants champions. Yeah. I bet that hat's a lot less than $22 now. Magnetic facial beauty mask. Just a thing if you're dating Hannibal. And boy, what guy wouldn't love to go to bed with a woman with that thing on? Huh? Pretty much. Yeah. Yes, sir. Honey, you look beautiful. This is the kind of thing that might make you a vegetarian. Look at the delicious basted retriever. Hey, don't knock it till you've tried it. It's really not bad. Clothing for sale. There's a quality weeding gown. White satin. So if you think you're getting married while working in the garden, the perfect thing for you. I like odd ads like this. I got a chainsaw, a Craftsman 16-inch for Christmas, but it's way too dangerous for me, so I left it in the box. We'll trade it for a good gun. This medicine is used to fight infection. Hey, you ever read the whole medicine thing? Look at the label there. Unless halfway down, notify your doctor if you develop furry overgrowth on your tongue. I got fur on my tongue.
Ew.
Here is a former model home. Really? Yeah, I wonder what could have happened there. Here's a gracious contemporary stucco home with complete horse setup on 5 feseed acres. Yeah, what's lovelier than that? Here's the first baby of 2001. Apparently, this is a very small town. Beaverhead County's first baby, little Brett Douglas, was born 1:15 a.m. July 3rd. A very slow town, really. It's the first baby of the new year. There's a walkie-talkie for $12. Gee, they work pretty good, don't they? Yeah, look at that. Kids can actually hear each other. Congratulations to the happy couple, and boy, she is a handsome woman, isn't she? There you go.
Is that real?
It says happy couple. Look, oh, here's the kind of thing, you know, look at this. A brass chain mesh transformed this bikini into evening wear. Oh, yeah, where you going out at evening at that? Yeah. Yeah, go walking around at 5 o'clock after. What else does it say? It says, should not be worn in the sun or in water. Because it's brass and it heats up or something. But evening wear, let's say you have a business meeting. This is what you might wear. You know.
Depends on your business.
Yeah. Tell me about what that business is, yeah. Tell me about it. A birthday bash for Herman the polar bear. I like the last line. The celebration is part of a zoo program intended to stimulate the animals, encourage natural behavior. And, you know, bears normally would have birthday parties in the wild. What is it, Mike? 2 more. All right, let's see what we got here. We'll go to the bottom now. Is this really appropriate for kids, these 2 animals? I don't think so. Maybe if you're in the 4-H club. Well, you know, I realize in the game of basketball, you might want to distract the other player. This seems like you're going just a little bit too far. Okay?